What about shrinking the size of the Senate? I mean, it's locked in to grow along with the size of the House. Shouldn't we have a smaller Senate like a lot of other federations do so that you actually have to get a broad voting base to get into the Senate?
Well, I think the great difference between our two chambers, Chris, and I don't agree with you, and it's not just because I'm a senator, I don't think the House of Representatives is incredibly representative of the diversity of political thinking in our country. The Senate actually is, and by making it the political parties' chamber, which in your opening remarks you seem to want to do, it turns away from it being the price of federation, which is a states' chamber. I do think we need to focus on making sure we uphold the standards. It
doesn't operate as a states chamber in any way, shape or form any longer. And with 12 senators in a state the size of Tasmania, for instance, you're getting senators elected by, a couple of social clubs at the local pub. I mean, I'm not saying to shrink it down to 2, but if you had it back to 6 on a day, when there's a double dissolution, you'd only need 12% for a quota.
Well, Chris, I think the Senate chamber is much more reflective of the diversity of political thought in the Australian society.
I reckon it looks like a menagerie to me.
for good or for ill, but it does perform a very critical role that the House doesn't do. So I think it is about us upholding the systems and the tradition and actually acting on bad behaviour. Lydia Thorpe, this wasn't her first rodeo. And maybe had the Senate, acted swiftly and strongly when it first started, a bit like a toddler, you can actually ensure behaviour improves over time.
Well, I was hoping for too much, I know, for politicians to vote for there to be fewer politicians. But one politician who's made a surprise exit today is your Senate leader or your coalition Senate leader, and Simon Birmingham. Here he is earlier this afternoon.
Some will be kind enough to be disappointed to see me go. Maybe only a rare few, but some. To them I am sorry, especially to those who feel that I'm letting them or the team down at this time. Others, as is the nature of this business, will be delighted to see the back of me.
So off he goes, the Senate leader for the Liberals. I've known him a long while. I think I was there the day he got pre-selected in South Australia almost 20 years ago. He's only 50. Him going out now to embark on a new career, isn't that a bad sign on the eve of an election? Isn't that almost advertising to the country that he doesn't think the coalition will win?
Not at all. I think it shows that Simon, who's a father of 2 teenage girls and a hard-working wife, has been in politics at the lofty leadership level for a very, very long time, and after 17 years is moving and turning 50 is moving on to other things. I think he's chosen the right time to go to embed the next leader of the opposition, and off we go. I mean, leader of the Liberals, as leader of the Nationals in the Senate, we've had to negotiate a lot of both ends of the coalition, shall we say, in government and in opposition. And Simon's going to be a loss because he's a really, really good human being who's tried to make a difference in every role.
Yeah, we wish him and his wife Courtney well, and we will move on. Thanks for joining us, Bridget. I appreciate it. National Senate Leader Bridget McKenzie there.